Hi, my name is Simon Tierney, and this film is about how the COVID-19 pandemic made me more determined as a creative. I had just moved to Gloucester in 2019. I was the type of person who looked at my creative interests as nothing but hobbies. I played the odd gig, wrote songs that I would never record, and had ideas for stories that I would never put to paper. A friend once told me that I was too comfortable living in the idea of what something could be. I'd kid myself that I was going to write a book or record an album. I just needed more practice.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction.
For me, COVID-19 was the time that I started losing my dad. I needed something to keep my mind busy, so I focused on creative plans. When social restrictions lifted the first time, I collaborated with a local filmmaker and some musicians to create some promo videos performing covers live. I had fun making these videos, but I wasn't really playing to my strengths. I've always been more of a songwriter than a natural performer.
From Thursday until the start of December, you must stay at home. You may only leave home for specific reasons.
During the second lockdown, I rented a spare room, and me and my housemate at the time recorded some of my original material. I taught myself how to use video editing software and began creating more abstract videos. I also got into tabletop roleplay games, which rekindled my interest in writing. My dad was a writer, and he had a master's in English literature. And he wanted to use his retirement to focus on a novel, but in the final lockdown he passed away.
Then we must ask ourselves, when will we be able to return to normal?
After losing my dad, I felt an urgent need to start developing my craft as a writer, but I wanted to feel like I'd achieved something musically first. I decided I was going to host a music event with a difference.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I've always found that some of the most authentic and powerful performances take place on somebody's sofa, and I wanted to bring some of that same organic energy to a live setting. The musicians sat with the audience and performed. I rarely spoke into the microphone, and we focused on improvisation. Eventually, people just wanted to play covers, and I decided I would leave these nights and refocus on completing some of my original material. With a few songs complete, I uploaded a series of music videos to YouTube. I designed an aesthetic that would become cohesive throughout my videos. I repurposed clips from vintage cinema, editing the colours to have a more pastel palette while giving everything this neon tint. Through using a green screen, I would combine my own footage with retro animation. These videos led to my first commission, working as a video editor for Luke Philbrick and the Solid Gone Skiffle Invasion. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. I just turned up, set up some phones around the studio, and I took moving shots walking around in my socks, trying not to make any noise. They hired me for more videos, and the brief became more flexible. I was given themes, but I had the freedom to manage what form that took. While working with a band, I received a lot of candid feedback, and it taught me to be more critical of my own craft. In the background of these projects, I was still writing short stories. I had never studied for a degree, but with my collection of prose, I applied to the University of Gloucestershire to study a Master's in Critical and Creative Writing.
Take me to the riverside, now wash the sins away. Take me to the
It's something that I've always wanted to pursue, and it helps me to feel connected to my dad. I think the most important lesson I've learned is practice does make perfect, but the thing you need to practice is being vulnerable, putting yourself out there, taking on feedback. In some ways, I'm actually grateful for the pandemic, because it did wake me up.
let go of that heavy load, down, watch it disappear. Let go of that heavy load. echo